Good evening to all of you. Welcome to our second revision class. And as we had said in the last class that we met, let's go as per topic. And I think the last thing we were discussing in our last class was on working capital management. So we were discussing on working capital management. We were discussing, or we did discuss on inventory management, okay, being one of the key elements, or being one of the key components of working capital, okay. We had working capital, we had inventory, and I think we did a question from the ACF bit, okay, and it's really just a simple recap, okay. When it comes to inventory management, okay, it's going to be a simple policy. We are comparing what is the cost of the policy before and after, okay, what was the cost of the policy before the company make the changes, okay, and what the cost if the company do implement the changes towards the inventory management. Then you make a comparison, okay. Under the current policy, what costs do we incur? If we take up the proposal from the supplier, okay, what costs are you going to be carrying? Then see, make a comparison. If in the new proposed policy there will be cost savings, then of course you advise the company, of course, to accept the proposed changes towards the inventory management. Okay, so it's a simple comparison. Okay, of course, determining on what are the financial implications, what are the financial costs, what are the financial benefit to be received. Okay, that was on the inventory management. Okay, and I see that one of the key model we do use is the EOQ model. The use of the EOQ model. Okay, now today we can discuss on the management of receivable. Okay, the account receivable management. Okay, I think that's going to be our next discussion towards working capital. Okay, the receivables management. Okay, that's therefore can be our next discussion, receivables management. In the receivable management, okay, don't forget, you are the one as a company who want to assess maybe how much of sales do we want to achieve by the proposed changes towards the receivable management, towards our debtors management, okay. How much of cost are we currently carrying in our current policy? If we implement a new policy, how much of savings are we going to be making, for example, okay? So simply is about the cost benefit analysis also, okay? It's about the cost benefit analysis, okay? Company may be wanting to give discount to the customer. Okay? As a company, you may want to give discount to the customer. But if you are to give those discount to the customer, is there any financial benefit you receive by giving out those discounts, okay? You quantify, you make a simple quantification, okay, of maybe the profit you could have made out of the increase in sales, okay? Since the customer will be buying more from you, since you give more discount. But don't forget the discount you give is a cost to you, okay? So it is a cost, it's a financial cost, okay? So compare, for example, a simple comparison, okay? How much profit will I be making out of the increased sales, okay? If I was to give the customer discount, then how much discount am I giving them, okay? Okay, the discount is a cost to you, okay? So compare the potential profit you'll be receiving from those changes versus the cost you've been incurring for having that particular policy, okay? So simple quantification, okay, of the potential benefit to be received from the proposed changes, okay? We went ahead and also discussed that sometimes kind of scenarios where, as a company, okay, you may want to hire an expert, okay, you may want to hire a factor, okay, to manage on your behalf, okay, the operations, okay, of the account receivable department, okay. So instead of you as a company managing your own account receivable department operation activities, okay, you sublease it, you give somebody else, okay, you give a third party to be managing the department on your behalf, okay, of course, for a fee, okay. The same thing you have to do with the analysis, okay. You have to consider what is the potential benefit that this factor, okay, shall be bringing on table, okay. They say that in case they manage our department, there will be a decrease in the bad debts, okay. They say that they'll be financing us, okay. So compare, therefore, what will be all the potential costs that comes with the factor, okay. What are the financial benefits, okay, that we shall be receiving as a company if we are to accept the proposal from the factor. Okay, then you do a simple comparison, okay, of the benefits and the cost of factoring. Okay, and you see that essentially that the factor can give you two proposals. Okay, there are two proposals that as a company you can receive from the factor. Okay, one is called is a case where, okay, the bad debts are irrecoverable. Okay, that if there will be bad debts that will arise out of the sales the company is making over a given time period, then it's upon the factor to bear them. Okay, is upon the factor to bear those bad debts. Okay, those bad debts that as a company, okay, is upon now the factor, okay, to bear them. Okay, so you pass on the risk to the company. You pass on the risk to the company towards this factor. Okay, what do you call it? That what do you call it? A case where the factor bears the bad debtors. So you as a company, you pass on this risk. You pass on the bad debt risk to the factor. Okay, you don't continue bearing it, but now the factor takes it up. What do you call it? Okay, you can unmute yourself. Unmute yourself and you can give the answer. What do you call it?
Without recourse.
We call it the non-recourse basis. Okay, we call it the non-recourse basis. Because we call it the non-recourse basis. Thank you, whoever it was. Okay, we call it the non-recourse basis. Okay, now we have called the recourse and you have the non-recourse. Okay, so in case maybe you've been informed, okay, that this is a proposed policy the company wants to take up. Okay, don't forget you have to consider that, hey, it means that for going forward as a company, any potential bad debtors or any bad debt you used to recover before become a saving going forward. Okay, so by the way, you have to be very careful with the distinction between the recourse and the non-recourse. Okay, be careful on the two distinction, the recourse and the non-recourse. Okay, because the difference is going to be there when it comes to the financial benefit to be incurred, to be received. Okay, from the post policy. Okay, the recourse and the non-recourse. Okay. Okay, so you call here the non-recourse, and you have here what referred to as the recourse. Okay, so it is more towards the insurance. Okay, and here is that here the company is insured against any potential bad debtor. Okay, there is insurance against bad debtors. Okay, there is the company is insured against any potential insured against the bad expense. Okay, the bad debt expense. Okay. In this case, okay, the company continue bearing the bad debt. Okay, no insurance. Okay, no insurance against the company bad debtors. Okay, that's the key difference. Okay, insurance against bad debt. However, don't forget the factor, of course, you have to charge a higher fee. Okay, as mentioned, don't forget the fee here is going to be high. Okay, the fee here, the factoring fee is high. Why? Because the factor is taking over. Okay, your bad debt expense. Of course, they charge you an extra fee. Okay, they charge you an extra fee for the bad debt expense. Okay, and of course, over and above that, don't forget the factor can also finance you. Okay, the factor can also finance the company. Okay. Maybe currently the company is being financed by the bank, okay? By the fact that I say that going forward, okay, I'll be financing your bad debtors, okay? I'll be financing your working capital requirements, okay? I'll be financing your working capital requirement, okay? So you have to compare, okay? What was my current rate, okay? If it is a bank, okay, that finances my working capital requirement, okay, how much interest they charge me? Okay, if I take up the factor offer, okay, how much interest will the factor charge me for them financing me? Okay, or what's the incremental cost, okay, that I'll be paying? Okay, don't forget when it comes to the analysis here, it's about incremental, okay, either incremental benefit or incremental cost. Always when it comes to the management of working capital, okay, it's about the incremental always. Okay. Okay, and I think that's on the bad debt. Now, in the mock, there's a question, I think, if I remember, that we did, or that I gave you, okay, on management of working capital, okay. Let me look for the question that we attempted together. It's a mock question. Let me see whether I can be able to get it. That was more towards the management, okay. Okay, so if we check on question, yes, it is, yes. Okay, yes, question 3, part B, okay? So mock question 3, part B, okay? Just refresh yourself on what you did, then we attempt it together, okay? Mock question, okay? Question 3, part B, okay? So go through it, then we attempt it together. Mock question 3, part B, okay? Go through it, then we attempt together. Okay, I suppose that you have gone through the question, or rather you did the question in the mock, okay? So let's see how we were supposed to have done that question. Now here to the company, okay, they want to make some changes towards their credit policy, okay? And if they implement those changes, you'll be told that sales of the company will increase by 40%. So there'll be a 40% increase in sales. Okay, as you can see, sales are increasing. That implies, therefore, if sales are increasing, that implies you make more profit in the company. Therefore, if the company implement the changes towards their management of accounts receivable, then there will be an increased profit. By how much? In the next question. Okay, so let's do the calculation. Okay, so here this is mock. This is question 3 to B. Okay, so we have here. So the first is increase in profit. Increase in profit. Okay, so we can have here is current profit. Current profit company is making from its sales, and currently this company they do. Let me just go back to the question. Sales currently are 6 million, and it's the gross profit margin. Okay, let me highlight. Give me a second. Currently, the company has a gross profit margin of 25%. Okay, the gross profit margin is 25%. So therefore, out of the 6 million, 25% is gross profit. Very high, but let's take it up. Okay, 25%. So currently, therefore, the gross profit is 25% of 6 million. 25%. 25% of 6 million. To give us how much? It will be the current profit the company is making. 4.5. 4.5 million. Yes, currently the company therefore has a profit of 4.5 million. What if they implement the changes? Okay, if they implement the changes, okay, proposal. Let's call it the proposal. Okay, the proposal, the profit. Okay, proposed policy profit. Okay, so therefore the profit the company should make in case they implement it, you'll be told that the gross profit margin. Okay, let me just go here. We told that the gross profit margin will increase. The gross profit margin increase to 80%. So it is no longer 75%, but now it is 80%. And the sales will increase by 40%. The sales will increase by 40% from 6 million. They increase by 40%. Therefore, we can say the profit the company shall make. Okay. So sales will be equal to 140% of 6 million. That give therefore what will be the sales after the company implement this proposal. That 80% of the sales is gross profit multiplied by 80%. Okay. Therefore, what will be the profit the company shall be receiving if the gross profit? This is not the net profit, but gross profit. Let's be here. Gross profit. Because they're quite different. Gross profit. Okay, this will give us how much in case the company implement the proposal. Okay, to give us 6,720,000. Okay, therefore the increase in gross profit. Okay, we compare before and after. Okay, so therefore the increase from 4.5 million all the way to 6.8 million, 2 million to 20,000. I guess confirm the increase. Okay, 2 million and to 20,000, 2 million and to 20,000 for the increase in the company profit. If the increased company gross profit, if the company implements the proposal, okay, gross profit. Okay, so we shall, this is a benefit, this is a financial benefit. We shall come back to it. Okay, let's go to the next working. Therefore, and we told that this is going to be achieved. Okay, the company, the number of days the currently the customer of the company, they do take 45 days before they pay the company. Okay, on average they take 45 days. If the company implement the proposal, the number of days, okay, there are going to be two class of customer here. Okay, the terms of credit sales. Okay, let me highlight where I am. The terms of credit sales will be 515 net 45. Okay, that is 5% discount if the customer do pay within 15 days. Okay, but generally they're meant to pay at the net 45. Okay, then also the customer, all credit customer will enjoy the 5% discount subject to the terms. Okay, so all credit customer will enjoy the 5% discount subject to the term. Okay, now who are these who enjoy now? Let's see this question. Who will take the discount now? Let's see. Okay, the average collection period will decrease to 45. So will decrease to that to 30 from 45. Okay. And you have two class of customer, the one who pay in day 5 and the other who pay in day 45. I'm trying to, could there be something missing here? Yes, the days are going to be 30. Okay, that's okay. But you want to know which customer will take the discount. Because not all of them take the discount generally. That goes after the means. The terms of credit sales will be 515 at 45. All credit customers will enjoy the 5% discount subject to terms. Okay. We have an idea on how we are going to approach it, because we would want to know, because not all customers will take the discount. That one is for sure. Because if all of them want to take the discount, then the days here will not be 30, okay, but would be 15. Okay, the days here would not be 30, but 15. Because for you to get the discount, then you must pay within 15 days. Okay, for you to get the 5% discount, you must pay within 15 days. How do you think we're going to approach this to know what percent of the customers who are on credit, the credit sales of the company, and 60% will take the discount? We have an idea on how we're going to approach this. Any idea? No idea. All of us have no idea. Daniel.
Yes.
Yes. How do you think you should approach this question?
We are okay. I've just come in.
Oh, you just come in.
Maybe tell me the part you are. Are you on receivables or what?
Yes, we are on the receivables. So the idea here is that there's some customer or the company who will take the discount. So the company, they will pay within 15 days, okay? And the company will give them 5% discount. But we don't know what's the proportion of those customers who will take up the discount, who will receive therefore the discount. We have no idea. So that's what we want to know, okay? How do we determine therefore? How you're going to determine the customer who will take the discount and the customer who will not take the discount? That means therefore they will pay in day 45.
Okay, the way I looked at it,
Yes.
Currently is 45.
Yes.
The duration is 45 days.
Yes.
So I did 45 out divided by 360.
Yes. Yes.
You multiply by 6 million.
Oh, okay. No, before you go there, because I think where you're going is more towards how to quantify the account receivable, isn't it?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, there it's a bit straightforward because you want to determine what was the account receivable before and after. But on the part of the discount, how do you work it out? On the part of the discount, how do you give it? Because the company is giving 5% discount, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So how do you give this discount to the customers of the company? Or you got stuck?
Yes.
Okay. Don't worry. Let me check someone else. Okay. Thank you, Charles. Stacy, Cheragat. Stacy. Yes, Stacy.
Yes.
Yes, Stacy.
How we get the discount?
Yes. How do you get the discount?
I think we first have to find the credit sales,
The credit sales. Yes.
which is 140% of the 6 million times
Yes.
60%.
Yes.
And then the credit sales will give us 5,040,000.
Credit sales. Okay. 5.4 million.
5,040,000.
Oh, 5,040,000. Okay.
40,000.
Yes.
Then after getting the credit sales, the discount is 5%. So discount cost will be 5% of the credit sales.
But are you sure? Now I agree. Anyway, so here you're assuming that all customers of the company will get a discount. All the customers get the discount.
Yeah, when all credit customers get it.
Subject to the terms.
Yeah.
And the term is that they must pay within 15 days. Now, in case we assume that all of them get a discount, that means therefore, when do they pay?
Pardon?
If we assume that all of them get the discount, when therefore did we, as a company, when did this customer pay you money? On what day? Day 15, isn't it? Because
On
day 15, isn't it? On day 15, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
it's 5%,
515.
515, yes. But now, in case you look at the average days for the customers of this company, on average, when do they pay?
45.
No, after. That was before. After
30.
30, they pay with 30 days, which implies that for the some customer who didn't get the discount. Because if all of them got the discount, got the discount, it means they paid in day 15, isn't it? Because as per the terms, the customer it's 515. So if the customer want to get the money at the discount, then they must have paid in day 15.
Yes.
But we are seeing that on average, it is 30 days for the customer, which implies that there are some customers who didn't pay in day 15. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you see my point? I hope we can both see my point.
Yeah.
Which implies therefore, then you cannot assume that all the company customers got the discount.
Mm-hmm. So
yes, let me check someone else. Maybe someone else have an idea. But thank you, Stacy.
Okay.
Okay. My team.
Yes.
Yes.
For me, I just calculated.
Mm-hmm. How do you do it?
I first calculated the credit sales, and then I just took all the creditors, took all the credit customers.
Got the discount, all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, my team. Now here, I don't know if somebody's, my idea, okay, would be now you have to use algebra here, okay? You may have to use algebra here because, let's see, because now we have the examiner didn't give you, okay, the proportion, okay, of the customers who will take the discount. However, you've been given the average. However, give me the average here, okay? You begin the average here. Here it is, okay? We have 30. We know the some who pay in day 15 and the some who pay in day 45. So let's see what if the use of algebra will help us out, okay? Let's do here. Let's make sure I'm working here, okay? So as maybe slight out of, okay, this is not finance, it's more of towards the maths, okay? We know that all the customers of the company, okay, the days for receivable, let's go here, receivables days, is equal to 30. After it's equal to 30, is equal to 30 days. There are two customers, one will pay in the 15 and the one will pay in the 45, okay? So if we combine the two, okay, let's say the one who pay in the 15, okay, we assume that the proportion of those who pay in the 15 is X, okay, X percent, okay? So 15X, okay, plus the other one who pay in the 45, okay, which of course the balance is is 1 minus X, okay, the balance is 1 minus X, okay, but the two combined makes 1, okay, the two combined makes 100%, okay, so if 15, the one who pay in the 15 are X, it means for the one who pay in the 45 is a balance, okay, if the one who pay in the 15 are 40%, it means the one who pay in the 45 is 100 minus 40%, okay, therefore 1 minus X, okay, to give us the two combined, okay, on average, they pay in the 30, okay. Therefore, I think it's simply the use of algebra here, okay? Unless someone has a better idea. But I think the best way to do this question is by simply the use of algebras here, okay? Let's give 15x, okay, plus 45 minus 45x, okay, will give us 30, okay? I'm just trying to open the brackets here, okay? Therefore, I can take 30 to the left side, okay? 45, there's a plus, okay, becomes a minus, so it'll be 45 minus 30, okay, it'll be equal to 15x minus 45x give us a minus 30x, okay? If we take the other side, it becomes a positive. Let's give therefore 30x, okay? Hope that's clear. I'm just trying to put the like term together, okay? This is 45, okay, minus 30, then 15x minus 45x, okay? If we take the other side, it becomes a positive. If we take the plus to, if we take this to the side, it becomes a negative, okay? Therefore, 15 is equal to, okay, 30x, okay? And therefore, x is equal to 0.5, or simply 50%. So it's a matter of 50-50, okay? Therefore, not all customers get the discount, okay? Half the customer get the discount, the other half don't get the discount, okay? I don't know whether the exam this is what he wanted, but I don't think okay, it's more of a math question as opposed to being a finance question, but either way, okay? Yeah, that's what you have to do, okay? Because not all customers get the discount, not all of them get the discount, okay? Some get the discount, others pay in the 45, Okay, some pay in 15, and others pay in day 45. But out of those, the one who pay in day 15, how many are they? So you must get this. Okay, you must get this. Okay, otherwise you get stuck. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay. You have a question, don't forget you unmute yourself. You raise your hand up, then of course you unmute yourself if you have a question. Okay, yes, that is it. Okay, so now we know, okay, that half of the company's sales on credit, okay, are paid in the 15, and the other half is paid in the 45. Okay, but the two combined, they pay in the 30. Okay, otherwise. Now the discount, now that's make it easier for us to get the discount. Okay, the amount of discount as a company we are going to give to this customer. Okay, see here, discount customers. So discount to customers, credit customer of the company will be equal to the sales, the total sales. Okay, here we have total sales. Okay, look at this, give us the total sales. Okay, is equal to. So first we may need to first get the credit sales. Let's just we first need to get the credit sales. So let's look at the credit sales. So credit sales of the company. The common credit sales will be equal to 140%. Okay, we multiply by 6 million. Okay, this 140%. We multiply by. You'll be told that, going back to the question, of the sales on credit, of the total sales, 60% is the sales that are on credit. So multiply by 60%. Okay, so multiply by 60% to give us how much? Okay, to give us 50-50. Okay, to give us 50-40, sorry. And you be told that the one out of the 50-40, okay, the 5,040,000, only half of them get the discount. Okay, you can see therefore the discount, if will be equal to 50% of 50-40. Okay, those are the one who get the discount. Okay, the amount of discount we give them is how much? It's 5% times 5%. Therefore, how much discount therefore do we give to their customers? And get 126,000. Get 126,000 to be there. Therefore, the discount that the company shall be giving to their customer, 126,000. Don't forget, you are the one giving this discount to the customer. You are the one giving this discount to the customer. Okay. Therefore, this is a cost to the company. This is a cost to the company. Okay. Hope that's clear. If not, don't forget to let me know this revision. Okay. Then you'll be told that there will be an increase in the number of days. Okay, that's the next bit you can do. The number of days, we told that before, the customer used to pay on average on in day 45, after they pay in day 30. So it implies therefore, if the company you are investing, therefore, as a company, the customer paying you a bit earlier. Okay, they're paying you day 30 compared to day 45. That implies therefore you invest less in them. That implies therefore you save more costs. Okay, the interest cost is reducing. Okay, let's try to work it out. Okay, on the decrease in the financing cost. Okay, therefore here you can have a finance cost saving. I'm not sure it's going to be a saving, but let's see. Okay, finance cost savings. Okay, so current, we determine currently how much do we invest, what is the receivable investment. So let's begin. And currently is the investment towards the receivables investment. So currently, the customer pay in day 45, so it'll be 45 days out of, how many days do you use on here in this example? Let me just go to the question. We are paying, or on average, the days on here in this case. Oh, you have not been told to how many days to use. Okay, you can use either 360 or 365 because I seem not to get the days here. So this is an assumption. Let's use 360. Okay. No harm in case you use 365. Okay, so there's no harm. So 360 We multiply by sales that were made on credit, and the sales on credit before, it was 6 million. I think you've done that already. Yes. Where is it? We haven't done that. Okay. So the current sales on credit, okay, is equal to current sales on credit for the company is 80%. Don't get 80% of the company sales are on credit. 80% of the 6 million. Okay. Therefore, to be equal to 8% of 6 million to give us sales on credit. So let me go back. So 80%, okay, times 6 million on this company sales on credit. Therefore, the current investment the company is making towards their customer is equal to how much? Therefore, to give us 600,000, that's the company current investment towards their current sales. If we implement the proposal, okay, if we implement the proposal, the days decrease to that 30, so 30 out of the 60, we multiply by the sales on credit, and we be told the sales on credit will be equal to 60%. Yes, here it is. Okay, we already done this. This is equal to the sales on credit is equal to 50/40. Okay, therefore times 50/40 times 50. So times 50/40. So give us how much to be the investment if we implement the proposal? It will be equal to 420,000. It will be equal to 420,000. Okay, therefore the company investment towards the accounts receivable after they implement the proposal, the decrease is equal to 180,000. Therefore, so since the company is investing less towards the accounts receivable, and therefore they're going to be borrowing less money. Okay, so since the company is investing less, and therefore there shall be the financing cost. Okay, will also be reducing. Okay, therefore the person who currently finance the company, they charge a fee of how much? 12%. Okay, they charge a fee of 12% per year. Okay, therefore going forward, we are borrowing less money by 120,000. Okay, by 120,000. Okay, therefore 12% of that 120 become therefore saving the company. Okay, so therefore times 12%, so 180. So 180. If we can say finance for saving or interest cost saving is equal to 180,000. Okay, times 12%. These will come therefore a saving to the company once they implement the proposal, which is how much? To give us 21,600. To give us 21,600. These will come therefore a saving to the company every year. That before they used to borrow 600,000. Okay, after they borrow only for 20,000, it means there will be a decrease in the borrowing by 180,000. There was the implied saving is 180,000 times 12%. Okay. And therefore, the saving the company shall make in going forward once they implement the proposal. Okay. Okay. If we're done with that, then we can come on the budget. Okay. This company has bad debt. 3% of the company current sales are bad debtors. If the company implement the proposal, the bad debt of the company will be 5%. So they are increasing. They increase to 5% of the company sales. So this is an expense to the company, okay, because the bad debt of the company are increasing from 3% of the company sales to 5% of the company sales on credit, okay. So let's work it out, okay. Don't forget 3% of not total sales, but 3% of the credit sales, okay. Therefore, now here, bad debt expense. But expense increase, budget expense increase. Okay, current policy, the budget of company is 3% of the company sales on credit, and the company sales on credit is equal to 4.8 million, which you have here. Okay, which you have here 80% of 6 million, which is equal to 4.8 million. So 0.8. Happening. Okay, 0.8 times 6 million. To give therefore the company current budget, okay, to give us how much? To give us a total expense of 144,000. If we implement the proposal, also the budget will be 5% of the company budgets, okay, which you have here, which is 50/40. To give us 2, give us 252,252. That's kind of for the budget expense, okay. As you can see, it is increasing, okay. And what's the increase? The incremental 108,000 give us an increase in the budget expense of 108,000. So this is a negative impact of the company change in the policy. Okay, so I think you've done that. What remains? So the company will employ a consultant, okay, for a fee of $500,000 per year. So we shall take note of that. And that is it. And of course, we pay tax if there be any incremental saving. Yeah, okay. I think we have done all the workings. Now I think we can present our solution. Okay. Okay, so we can then just call this sort of solution. Okay, so we can have here, we begin with financial benefits. Okay, so we just call them savings. The savings, okay, let me check them out. Okay, so first there was the increase in gross profit of 2,000,000 to 20,000. So we begin here. Gross profit increase, gross profit. They are all incremental, so I'll just call them increase. They are incremental. There's 2,000,000 to 20,000. Okay. Next we have finance cost saving right here. Okay, just put here finance cost saving or interest cost saving. Finance cost. Let me just call this saving of 21,600. We also have. Do we have another saving? What's the saving we have? Okay, those are into saving. Okay, so those are the into savings. Okay, we have to give us a total of how much? To give us 2,241,600. Okay, if that's the case, tell me. Then you have expenses, okay, or costs that shall be incurred along the way. So there will be costs that shall be incurred. One of them is the budget increase, the incremental budget, which you have seen to be equal to 108,000. Then what else do we have? Discount. There is a cost to the company, so discount cost of 126,000. So here you can have a discount cost of 126,000. Okay. We also have the salary to the consultant. Okay. Let me just call it consultant fee, which is equal to $500,000. Anything else we might be missing? Budget expense, finance costs, discount to customers. Okay, and I don't think, let me just go back. I don't think there's anything else that we are missing here now. Okay, I guess we are more or less done. Yes, okay. And that will give us therefore the savings. Okay, let me just call gross savings, similar saving. Okay, gross savings therefore is how much? To give us a gross saving of 1,381,600. Don't forget these are saving. Of course, you have to pay for the income you've just made. Therefore, tax at 30%. And how much tax do you pay? Net saving, therefore. How much tax do you pay? You pay a tax equivalent to 414,480. Therefore, net saving 9. So we get, is it 967? Is 967 120? Okay, not 971. Okay, so 967 120 to be the company annual net saving. Now, should a company implement the policy? Of course, the company should implement the policy or the proposed changes towards the management of its accounts receivable. Why? Because the yield of the company has an annual net saving of 967. Yes, yes.
The gross savings is 1,507,600.
Oh, the gross saving is okay. It's different from what we have here.
Yes.
Okay, so 1,507,600.
600. Yes.
That way.
Yes.
Okay, so the tax is different.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, check your calculators. The one who got it wrong. What happened? Anyway, so the tax income how much?
For 52 to 80.
For 52 to 80. Thank you. Is that Mosoti?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mosoti. So you get 1 million to be the net saving. 1 million.
1,055,320.
320. Thank you. So 1,055,320 shillings become therefore the annual net saving. Okay, thank you for that. Would imply therefore, should we implement the policy? Of course, okay, because you can see there's a saving the company is making. So the company should implement the proposed changes towards the account receivable. Why? It yields, the changes do yield an annual net saving of 1,055,320 shillings. Okay, do not forget to advise the company. Okay, do not forget to advise the company. Okay. Yes, and that is it. Okay, on the account receivable. Okay. Any question coming from past paper, coming from anywhere? Any question on the management of account receivable? And by the way, if the examiner is going to ask a question more towards working capital, most likely it will be on the accounts of management. Okay, so most likely it will be on the account receivable management. Okay, so I really hope that you have a good grip of the concepts here. Okay, because the examiner is going to ask this question for sure. Okay. Any question? For the past paper, okay, maybe there's a question that maybe from the assignment you never understood, okay, from the card you never understood, yeah, we are here to do the revision. Question? Okay, seems to be no question. Okay, then I hope that if an examiner is going to ask a question towards the management of accounts receivable, then this should be some of the first few questions that you'll be doing. Because this is the only first question I've seen. Okay, so yeah, maybe these seem to be hidden. Like in that case of the discount, okay, to know which customer, okay, what is the extent of customer who will take up the discount. Okay, I think this is the only question I've seen it to be okay in quote a bit hidden. Okay, but otherwise in most cases it's quite straightforward. Okay, you don't need to think outside the question. In short, okay, it's just simply trying to work out around what's on the information given to you by the examiner. Okay. If there's no question, then the next bit of that topic was on, I think, cash management. Was on cash management? I think it was on cash management. Okay, so the next bit of the question, therefore, is on cash management. If there's no question on the account receivable management. Okay, cash management. Now, in cash management, just like the way we did discuss, we have discussed so far on the account receivable management and the inventory management. Okay, of course, the key objective is the company want to minimize their costs. They want to minimize the cost, of course, maximizing the potential positive returns that they make from the investment. Okay, of course, cash is not an exception. Okay, so the company have to consider how much cash do we need to have. Okay, could we be, for example, having excessive liquidity? Okay, could we be hurting our profit? Okay, by having excessive liquid assets? Okay, because as you mentioned at the beginning, the more liquid you have as a company, they have the chance that you have very minimal profit you're making. Okay, the more liquid an investment is, okay, the higher the chance that it is make very minimal return. Okay, a simple example: if you are to make a cash deposit in a bank, okay, how much interest does the bank give you? It is not, in most cases, some bank even give you 2%, some 3%. Okay, if you're lucky, you get 4%. That's a very minimal return. Okay, that's even if you have to invest in T-bills. Okay, they're going to give you much better returns than even some of those bank deposits that you make. Okay. So generally, you have to consider the more liquid you are, there, the chance that you are making very minimal positive returns from your investment. Okay. So the same thing we're discussing here at cash management. We want to establish therefore how much cash, therefore, what is the optimal amount of cash the company we ought to be having. Okay, we don't have a profit. At the same time, we do not have excessive liquidity. Okay, we want to strike a balance. Okay, we don't want to be illiquid. Okay, to an extent that in case we do have payments due, you can't pay for them. Okay, why? Because you are illiquid. You can't pay for your suppliers. Okay, you can't pay for you are uchumi. You are I don't know. So I heard that they have case of even Tuskys now have some issues paying their suppliers in it. Okay, so you want to ensure that you don't go to that towards that road. Okay, a scenario where you can't pay your suppliers. Okay, in case you can't pay your suppliers, you can't survive more or less. Okay, you can survive in the short term, but in the long term you can't survive because the suppliers will withdraw. They will withdraw. Okay, the support they give you. Okay, they won't give you goods on credit. Okay. So of course you have to take a balance between the two of them. You don't have excessive cash, okay. At the same time, you do not have a case where you do have some cases of illiquidity. Okay, you strike a balance. Okay. We see that you can manage cash using a number of tools. Okay, one of them is the use of the cash budgeting or the cash flow forecast. Okay, you can use the cash budget, the cash budgeting. Again, in the case of cash budgeting, let me just discuss this. In the case of cash budgeting, simply, okay, you have tried to do a forecasting. You try to determine that in the next X months, in the next few weeks, okay, what is giving my cash inflows, okay, and what is giving my cash outflows? What will be my cash inflows, and what is giving me my cash outflows? Okay. What's my inflows? What are my outflows? Okay, potential. Okay, of course, both revenue as well as capital. Okay. Both revenue in nature as well as capital in nature. Okay, you want to determine. Okay, therefore, what is our amount of cash we shall be earning. Okay, from we shall be receiving. Okay, as well as we shall be spending. Okay, so quantify all the cash inflow sources and all the cash outflow. Okay, expenditures. Okay, both revenue as well as capital in nature. Revenue, therefore, the recurrent activities. Okay, capital, one-off. Okay, the amount was long-term. Okay, for example, borrowing money from a bank. Okay, you don't borrow every day. Okay, so if anything, therefore, they become more of a capital in nature, a capital source of cash. Okay, so could find both inflow and outflow, whether from revenue as well as from the case of capital in nature. Okay, that's the case of cash budget. Okay, quite straightforward in most cases. Okay. Then you have the use of the models. Okay, you have the use of the models. Okay, and you see that you can use two models in cash management. Okay, there are two models you can use. Okay, we have the use of the BAT model. Okay, simply the use of the so-called the Baumol Elias Tobin. Okay, simply referred to as the Baumol model. Okay, Elias Tobin model. Okay, so BAT model. Okay, we also have the use of Themila All model. Okay. Now the difference, now here, don't forget in the BAT model or simply the Bauman model. Now here the key assumption we normally make is that the key terms is it's more of what we call a readaptation, okay, of the EOQ model. The EOQ model that we discussed in the inventory management. Okay, we are trying to determine if cash was to be considered like inventory, if cash was to be considered like inventory. Okay, what should be therefore the optimal size of cash we ought to be, for example, transferring, okay, from the bank from the investment, okay, we have made back to the farm, and from the farm to the investment, in case the company is able to generate some excess cash. Okay, what the Q, what the optimal amount of cash transfers which you will be having. Okay, don't forget the cash transfers. Okay, how do you transfer the cash? Okay, by investing in the money market instrument. Okay, or either by selling off your previous money market instruments you do have. Okay, those are the transfers. Okay, the optimal size of the transfer. Therefore, the optimal size of the transfer is how much, in case the company is able to generate excess cash. If the company is able to generate excess cash, what should be that? What should be the size of the investment this company is making? Okay, if the company is in cash deficiency, okay, what should be the optimal disposal value, okay, of the money market instrument that we ought to be disposing, okay, because you're going to correct cash deficiencies, okay, by disposing of your investment you did make towards the money market instruments, okay. Therefore, as per the model, the Q, okay, we say is given us, okay, to annual demand of cash or annual surplus of cash. We multiply the cost per order in this case, therefore, is transfer cost, okay. What was the cost per transfer, okay? Transfer cost, okay. We divide by holding cost, okay. What's the cost of holding cash? The interest foregone. We divide by the interest, okay, and that gives therefore the optimal size of the transfer, okay. That's as per the Baumol model, okay. Now, in the case of the Miller-Orr model, okay, we see that as per the model, okay, we want to establish, okay, a number of cash levels, okay. We want to determine the minimum, we want to determine the optimum point, or the so-called return point, and we want to determine the upper point, okay. So we have the upper limit, okay. We have the upper limit. We have what called the return point, and then of course you have the lower limit, okay. So as about the model, okay, if a firm can be able to know its upper limit, to know its return point and its lower limit, then it becomes easy to manage cash, okay. The idea is that the company cash ought not to go above the upper limit. The money cash of the company ought not to go at below the lower limit. Essentially, if it is possible, keep your cash balance at the return point, okay. So cash should not go above here, okay, should not go above here, so return them back to the return point, and cash should never go below the lower limit, return them back to the return point, okay. And you see the difference between the lower limit and the upper limit is referred to as the spread, okay, referred to as the spread, okay. So just to remind you the formula, and we see that the lower limit you established from your own past history, okay. You determine, for example, in the last 1 month, okay, what was the minimum amount of cash I consumed, okay, as a company within 1 day, okay, or within 1 week, whatever is your time, whatever is your time frame, okay. What was the minimum amount of cash that as a company we used, okay, over maybe 1 week, okay. That becomes therefore your lower limit. You established from your your past or your historical data, okay. The return point on the heart is given us the lower limit, okay, the lower limit plus a third of spread, okay, a third of spread, and of course by default, therefore, the upper limit, okay, is given us the lower limit plus the spread. The question is that therefore the spread, okay. And so the spread is given with different number of factors, okay. One of them being the cost incurred to transfer the money from money market instrument back to cash, and from cash to money market instrument, okay. As well as, of course, the interest you're going to forgo, okay. As well as another factor is more towards the variance of cash flow, okay. The variance of the cash flow, okay. How do cash vary at your hand, okay? The cash at hand, okay? How much do they? What's its variation? What's its variance, okay? The spread, therefore, is given us 3 over 4, okay? Times, of course, the transfer cost, the cost per transfer. We multiply by the variance of cash flow, okay? That's theta, okay? The symbol for variance, okay? For derivation, we divide by the interest, okay? The power of a third, okay, more or less to the cube root of it, okay, to give therefore the spread, okay. Once you know those two formulas, of course, to therefore to carry out the cash management, okay, using the Miller-Orr model becomes a bit straightforward. Of course, this is a key formula, more or less, okay, because once you forget this one, then the others, it doesn't matter whether you remember them, okay. If you forget the spread formula, it's too bad for you, okay. And that's on the cash management. Now, Stacey has a question. She wants us to test, to go through, okay? May 2018, question 1C, okay? This is from Stacey, May 2018, question 1C, okay? We can go through it, then we discuss together. May 2018, question 1C, okay? So take a minute to go through the question, then we attempt together. May 2018, question 1C.
Are you supposed to do 1 plus r raised to power n minus 1, or you just do r divided by 365?
Okay, let me check it out because there's a question I'm looking at. Let me check it out first before I comment. Oh, okay. In the May 2018 question 1C, you've been given the rate of the market of security to be 9.2% per annum, and you've been given standard deviation to be daily. Okay, thank you for that. Now here, don't forget, we mentioned the time frame need to be the same. If the analysis was done on a day, if the time here, if the time here is in days, okay, it can be in days, can be weeks, can be months, can be quarterly. If the time given there is in days, then of course the analysis, even here, the interest need to be daily interest, okay? It need to be daily interest. So here, if it is daily, then even here it need to be daily. If this is monthly, then this will need to be monthly. So the two need to be at the same time frame, okay? If it is daily, then the two need to be daily, okay? If it is monthly, then of course the two need to be monthly, okay? In this case, if we do the standard deviation is daily, then of course it's much easier to convert the interest from being annual to daily interest. Therefore, the daily interest therefore will be 9.2% divided by 365 days in a year. Yes, that's what we meant to do. Clear, Stacy?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay. Look, the two need to be the same. Otherwise, you're going to end up with the wrong figures altogether. Okay. Look, in case the two figures are, if the standard deviation or the variance is daily, then of course you also have to consider the interest need to be a daily interest rate. Okay. So this gave me therefore I. Okay. So because of the interest, I therefore is going to be the 9% divided by 365 days. Okay. For this particular question. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, and that's on the management of working capital. Expect a question from the examiner. More towards the working capital. And maybe before I forget, okay, we also may have to consider, okay, the policies you follow as a company when it comes to the management of working capital. Okay, we see that there are three policies. Okay, let me just mention quickly. Okay, the policies that you can follow when it comes to management of working capital. When it comes to the investment, there are three. Okay, we have the aggressive working capital investment policy. We have the conservative working capital policy, and of course we have the moderate working capital investment policy. When it comes to financing, okay, of working capital requirements, you can also follow three policies. The safety policy, we have the aggressive, we have the conservative working capital financing policy, and as well as we have the moderate, also called the matching, okay, working capital financing policy. For the investment, it's simply, is the company will take over the risk, okay? What's the company assumption of risk, okay? In the case of the aggressive, a comment here, because of the aggressive working capital investment policy, well, the company here is really take over the risk. The aggressiveness, okay, as the name is suggesting, okay, would imply that for the company do not want to commit excessive working capital. They just want to have the bare minimum, okay? If, for example, they only require 2 units of inventory, they don't take 10 units. They only take the 2 units that they require, okay? So they go by the edge of the knife, more or less, okay? So if it's 2, don't take more than that, okay? So that's the case of company is going to be aggressive, okay? When it comes to the payment of their suppliers, they take as much time as possible. I don't know, if they're meant to pay the 30, maybe they pay in the exact day, the 30, okay? Because I'm assuming that here this company wants also to have a good relation with the suppliers. So they pay not in advance, if anything. Okay, they pay as per the last day. Okay. Then consultative policy, of course, here they are going to be more or less managers who are going to be a bit shy of, okay, when it comes to management of their towards their risk. Okay, of course, therefore they want to ensure let's have more than what you usually need. Okay? If we require 3 units of inventory, let's have 5. Why 2? What are the 2 for? Okay, we need to avoid the risk of stockouts. Okay, so therefore for this company, they may have excessive working capital investment. Okay, because they have more than what they require. Okay, they want to avoid risk. Okay, when it comes to sales they make to the customer, they are very generous to the customer. Why? Because they want to retain the customer. Okay, they don't want to have that risk of losing your customers. Okay, having unfulfilled sales. Okay, so the companies are going to be careful, but that imply an excessive working capital investment. Okay. Towards financing, of course, same will apply. It's about the risk. Okay, how are the managers there? Okay, are they more risk takers? Okay, when it comes to financing, they have more like 2 choices. Okay, finance is in long term or finance is in short term. Okay, if they do follow the aggressive policy, then they shall be financing most of the working capital needs of the company using the more risky finance alternative. In this case, the short term finance alternative. Okay, therefore, most of the company working capital needs shall be financed using the short term finance sources. Okay. They are cheaper, but more. They are much cheaper, but more risky. Okay, they're cheaper, but more risky. Okay. In the case of the moderate policy or the margin policy, okay, in the case of the conservative policy, now here the company attempts to avoid the risk. Okay, therefore let's finance. Therefore, most of our working capital needs. Okay, let's finance most of the company working capital needs using the less risky financing alternative. In this case, therefore, they shall finance using the long term. Okay, the less risky but more expensive. Okay, it's more expensive but less risky. So they finance mostly using the long term finances. They use long term loans. Okay, to finance the company working capital needs. Margin policy is going to be a mix of the two. Okay, is going to be a mix of the two, where the company finance the permanent current assets. Okay, the permanent current assets using the long-term finance sources. Okay, and the seasonal. Okay, the seasonal current assets they finance using the short-term finance sources. So it's a mix of the two. Because a margin policy, moderate policy. Okay. And that's on the working capital management. I expect a question from the examiner. That one is a must. So I hope it's really, really clear. I hope it's quite clear for you. Okay, because you will get a question. That one is for sure. Question? Okay, there seems to be no question. Then we go to the next topic. Okay, then we can discuss on the next topic. And I guess the next topic was on appraisal. If I remember, it was more towards the appraisal. But before appraisal, I think we did discuss on the time value of money. The time value of money. A very straightforward question, a topic. Okay, which I am not sure we are putting it. Let me just take 2 minutes. Okay, to go through it. Time value of money. Okay, the time value of money. Okay, time value of money. Okay, now this topic, don't forget to say that generally don't forget money. Okay, as time goes by, okay, money loses value. Okay, they do lose more value as time goes by because of one of the key factors is inflation. Okay, in most economy, we don't have deflation, we have inflation. Okay, a case where there's general loss of money in the economy. Okay, that's been one of the major contributor of deflation. Over and above, of course, other factors like the case of default risk. Okay, but generally one of the key factors that contributes towards loss of value of money is the inflation rate you have in the economy. Okay, if you have, for example, 10% inflation, what does it imply? It implies to buy the same commodity you were paying last year, you need to pay 10% more. Okay, that's the inflation. Okay, which means that in case we have 100 Kenya shilling, okay, last year, and you have 5% inflation in Kenya, okay, over 1 year, then the value of that 100 is now 105 this year, okay? So as you can see, it has lost value, okay? Because an equivalent amount today is 105, okay? The key concepts that you need to discuss on time value money, there were two of them. We discussed on the discounting, okay? And we discussed on the compounding, okay? Discounting and compounding. What's the key difference? Discounting, determination of the current value of money, determination of current value of money, to getting the present values, okay? Getting the present values. Compounding is getting the future values, okay? The key difference. Discounting is determining what's the current value of some money to be paid or received in some years from now, okay? What's compounding? Determining what is giving the value of this 100 5 years from now, okay? Was giving the value of this parcel of land, okay? 10 years from now, okay? You're simply compounding, okay? Determining future value of some sum of money, okay? That's on compounding, okay? Well, the key unique thing, I don't think there's anything unique, okay? Maybe just to, when it comes to discounting for a single cash flow, okay? Of course, the key concept that we normally learn here is more towards discounting, okay? When it comes to discounting for a single cash flow, don't forget, use the first table, okay? I don't know. I hope there's no one who has any issue on how to use the tables. I hope no one has issues, okay? Because in case you have issues, you will not pass this exam. I hope no one has issue either way. So don't forget to use the first table, okay, when it comes to discounting of individual cash flow, okay? When it comes to discounting an annuity, okay, what's an annuity? Is giving an equal cash flow received over an equal time period, okay? 1,000 received every year for the next 10 years. That's 1,000, you can consider as an annuity, okay? When it comes to discounting of the annuity, therefore, you're going to be discounting using the circle table, okay? We use the circle table, okay? Be careful, okay, when the cash flow is being received or paid, okay? If the cash flow is being received at the generally, okay, we assume that cash flows occur at the end of the year. That's a general assumption. We make cash flows occur at the end of the year, okay, at the end of the time period, okay? However, be careful, because some question can say that the cash flow are being received at the beginning of the year. The cash flows are being received at the beginning of the year, okay? If that's the case, therefore, don't forget to just multiply the factor by 1 plus R, okay? That's a simple thing, okay? Just make a mention, okay? In case you get the present value of cash flow in advance, okay? So cash flow in advance, that is being received at the beginning of the time period, then of course it will be the cash flow, okay? Or the cash, we multiply present value, maybe interest factor, over particular 1 year, 2 year, okay? But we qualify that by 1 plus R, 1 plus R, don't forget, okay? That in case the cash flow is being received or paid at the end of the year, okay? That's key distinction. So we multiply by 1 plus R. Simple as that, okay? So be careful, okay? If the question is silent, of course, as we mentioned, we do need to assume the cash occurs at the end of the year, okay? What do I mean by cash? In arrears, not cash in advance, but cash in arrears. If in advance, that they're being either paid or received in advance, beginning of the time period, then of course we need to add the 1 plus R. Okay, I think that is it towards time value money. Maybe one of the key application of the discount concept, of course, over and above the appraisal, okay, is more towards in preparing the loan amortization schedule, okay. Okay, in preparing the loan amortization schedule, okay, and it says the loan you're going to get today, okay, is in present value terms, okay. The loan you get today is already in present value because you get it today either way, okay. Therefore, the loan you get today value, okay, the loan value is equal to the installment you be paid, okay. How much installment do you pay? This loan is for how many years? For 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, okay. Therefore, every year you pay an equal amount of money. Therefore, the equal amount of money that you be paid is an installment, is an annuity, okay. We multiply with the present value annuity factor, of course, for the number of n years R percent, okay, the interest you pay per year, okay, but this I would simply derive, okay, the loan you pay is present value, okay, the installment that we paying every year, the equal installment paying every year is the installment, okay, is an equal installment, is an annuity, as per saying, okay. Anything else on time value money? I don't think unless you have a question. So any question on the time value money? Okay, no question. Then the next topic is on the appraisal. Okay, therefore the next topic, therefore, we can discuss on the investment appraisal. Okay, I guess we can take a short break. Okay, welcome back. Now, so what's the appraisal? The appraisal of investments. We say that we can appraise investment that is capital budget or capital projects, okay, using two methods, okay. There are two classification, okay, of methods they can use, okay. We have the non-discounted cash flow technique, okay, so we have the first one, the appraisal method can use. We have the so-called the non-discounted cash flow methods or cash flow techniques, and you have the discounted cash flow methods. The key distinction simply is discounting. Okay, in the case of the discount cash flow, because the cash flow the company have discounted, the cash flows of the project are discounted. When it comes to appraisal, okay, when it comes to the appraisal, the company, okay, we need to discount all the cash flows of the company, of the projects, okay. Therefore, the cash flow must be in present value terms. The cash flow must be in present value terms, okay. In the case of the non-discounted cash flow techniques, okay, we are going to be appraising the projects, okay, based on the value of cash as and when they are received, okay. We don't need to discount or compound, okay. We are going to be using cash flows as and when they are received, okay. No need for the company to get the present value of those cash flows, okay. In the case of the non-discounted, we can use two methods. We have the first is called the payback period method, okay. The payback period method. And you have the use of the accounting rate of return, the accounting rate of return, ARR. And we have also referred to as a return on capital employed, return on capital employed. What's the difference? Okay. The payback period, okay, is simply how long does the company take, okay? How long does the company take to get back its initial investment from the project cash flows, okay? How long was the time difference from the time the company did invest money in the project, okay? From the time the company did invest its money, did put down the money, okay, in the project, how long does that company take to get back that money, okay? To get, if they spent 1 million, how long does a company take to get that 1 million back, okay, from the cash flows the company shall be generating, okay, from the projects, okay? That time difference is all referred to as the payback period, okay? How long does the company, does the project take, okay, to pay back, okay? How long does the project take to pay back its initial investment, okay, to the investor, okay, to the equity shareholder, to the investor in that project? That's what we mean by the payback period. Now, the accounting return, the accounting rate of return, this will go to the ARR, okay, or simply the return on capital employed, okay. Here, it's simply, okay, how much profit, okay, how much profit, okay, does each dollar of the company investment make, okay? How much profit does each of the dollar the company did invest in the project make, okay? So it's a profit measure, okay? It's a profitability measure of appraisal, okay, of the company. Is a profitability appraisal method, okay? The use of profits, okay? Instead, it is given us the average profit, okay? It's given us the average profit the company is about to make over the life of the project. We divide by the average investment. The average investment, and of course, we express this as a percent, okay? And that's on the ARR, okay? The return on capital employed as an appraisal method, okay? As an appraisal method. Don't forget, there's an issue here, okay? Be careful. There's a return on capital employed as a ratio, and the return on capital employed as an appraisal method. Don't confuse the two. Don't confuse the two, okay? The return on capital employed as a financial statement ratio analysis, okay? And you have this as an appraisal method. So don't confuse those two ratios. They're the same, they have the same term, but they are applied differently, okay? And that's on the non-discounted cash flow techniques, okay? The non-discounted cash flow techniques, the ARR and the payback period, okay? In the case of the discounted cash flow techniques, okay, we said can use three methods, okay? Those are three method models, okay? The first is called the use of the NPV, the net present value, the use of the net present value method. We have the use of the IRR, the internal rate of return, and we have the so-called the discounted payback period, Now, what's the difference between these three methods? NPV is simply what is the excess of cash we receive from this project, okay? What is the excess of present value, okay, of cash that we are able to generate, okay, over how much we spent on it, okay? We spent 1 million, but what is the excess of how much cash do we receive, okay? First of all, how much cash do we receive, okay, from this investment over its entire life, okay? So we see that NPV is simply equal to the sum of present value, okay, of cash flows minus initial investment minus the initial investment cost okay? So simply, therefore, okay, what is the excess of the present value of cash the company is able to earn over the life of the project, okay, over the what they spend, okay? You spent 1 million, but how much cash were you able to earn, okay, over the entire life of that project in present value terms? What was the excess of that, okay? That we mean by the NPV, the net present value. IRR, as we mentioned, this is giving me the discount rate, okay? This is the discounting rates, okay? That we are going to, once we apply this rate, once we discount the cash flows of the project using this rate, once we discount the cash flows of the project using this discounting rate, then we end up having the sum of the present value equal to the initial investment cost. In short, the NPV of the project is 0 once we discount those cash flows using that rate, okay? Therefore, the sum at IRR, sum of present value, okay, of cash flows is equal to the initial investment cost, okay? And lastly, we have the discounted payback period, just like they have just explained with the payback period. The only difference that here we are using discounted cash flows, okay? How long do you take as a company? How long do you take as a company to get back all your investment, costs, okay? Using or based on the discounted cash flows, okay? You'll be receiving from the investment, okay? And those are more or less the 5, okay, for the 5 appraisal techniques, okay, that you can use as a company, okay, when it comes to the appraisal of the investment. Of course, conventionally, okay, the main method, of course, we have the NPV and we have the IRR and the payback, okay. Those again the conventional method that we do use, okay. Both the payback period and the discounted payback period, okay. Those are the common methods that we use when it comes to the appraisal of investment. Clear? Question?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is IRR the same as IRR?
No, they're different, okay? And I think that was a question that was there in the mock, okay? Yes, we're going to attempt it to see the key distinction between the two. Actually, just to make a mention, the MIRR, okay? Don't forget, in IRR, okay? Yes, because you brought it. In IRR, the key assumption we make is that the cash flows of the company, even the NPV actually, okay? The cash flows of the, all the cash flows, okay? Both the initial cost as well as the cash flow to be earned during the life of the project, we assume that they are reinvested, okay? We assume that they are going to be reinvested, okay? Using that rate. In case IRR, we are going to be reinvested, okay? We're going to be reinvested at the company cost of capital. That's the assumption we normally have when it comes to IRR and even the case of the NPV, okay? In the case of the MIRR, okay, in the case of the modified, okay, it's just the modified IRR is an IRR itself, okay? However, now the process of getting the IRR, the MIRR is different from the process we do when it comes to getting the IRR. MIRR, we assume that we are going to be having the reinvestment, okay, the reinvestment of cash flows of the company, the reinvestment of the cash flows of the company occurring at the company cost of capital, okay? If the cost of capital is 18%, okay, then we assume that the reinvestment of those cash flows occur at 18%. However, the initial cost. However, the initial cost, okay, we are going to be the assumption we make, okay, is that the financing cost of the initial cost, okay, is at the company financing cost. Don't forget, there's a difference between the cost of capital, okay, and the financing cost, okay. The rate you're going to use to discount, the rate you're going to use to reinvest the cash is different from the financing cost. What's the difference? You can have a case where the company is being financed, it's owned by shareholders. Okay, this company is owned by shareholders. So the shareholders say that we are going to be investing in this particular project if the return we shall be receiving is, let's example, 15%. Okay. However, the person financing this investment, okay, the cost of capital, okay, might be different. Okay, the cost of capital might be different. The financing cost, okay, might be different. If you're getting money from cost of capital, or you're getting money from the bank, for example, okay, they may be charging an interest rate of, let's say, 8%. However, what is the return that the investor requires? In this case, the shareholder, okay, it might be different from the financing cost. Okay, so the process will be different when it comes to getting the IRR and when it comes to getting the MIRR. If anything, when it comes to getting the IRR, okay, I think we use the trial and error method. I think we have discussed this in the past. Okay, we use the conventional, the trial and error method. You first attempt to discount the cash flows at a given rate 10%. Okay, get the NPV. Try another rate 12%. You get the NPV. When it comes to MIRR, you get the future value. You don't get the present value, but you get the future value. We equate. Okay. At how much rate? Okay, we equate. What's the initial investment cost? Okay, what is the initial investment cost? Okay, by how much must we invest this initial investment cost for us to get to the sum of the present value of the cash flows of the project? Okay, and I think it will become easy once I think we do that example, so that you see the point I'm trying to drive here. That it's the simple explanation. The simple explanation is that when you equate, what's the initial cost of this investment? 1 million. What's the future value of all the cash flow, not the present value, the future value, okay, of all the cash flows we are going to be receiving from this investment? At what rate must this initial investment grow to equate to the future value of the cash flows? Okay, I think you're going to see it. So you're going to do it together, and it gets to be easier to understand once you're tied together. Okay. Okay, so the mock, the other question. Yes, let's attempt that question in the mock. So Daniel, we shall come back to this question. We shall come back to this question that you are suggesting here. Okay, so let's first do the mock question that we did last week. Okay, there's a mock question that was asking us to appraise an investment, if I remember. Yes. Okay, there's question 2. Okay, there's question 2. So go through it. Refresh yourself on what was the requirement of this question, then we attempt together. Mock question 2, part A. I think A and B. Is it just A or A? Okay, A. Part A. As well as there's another one on MIRR. Where was that? Yes, and even question 1D. But let's begin with question 2A. So go through it in the next 2 minutes, then we attempt together. Okay, I presuppose that you have gone through the question. Okay, someone is telling me that the question this Juhudi illustrates is from the May 2019 question 4B. Okay, so you can refer to it. Thank you. Now, in this question, this is a replacement question. You're trying to, this company want to replace an old machine with a new machine, okay? So there's a new machine the company want to use, okay? Where the company thinks that the new machine is more cost efficient, or is more efficient, okay? So you need to run, is it true, okay? That is going to add any value to the company, okay? Should the company accept this machine, okay? Should the company dispose of the old machine and get a new one? So of course, it's going based on the cost-benefit analysis, okay? The appraisal which you're going to carry out, okay? Of course, to be told that here, that the new investment, of course, is going to increase the potential profit, okay? The profit before depreciation and tax over the next 4 years will be as follows for the new machine, okay? And for the old machine, okay? As I mentioned, when it comes to the questions of the appraisal, Don't forget, you're always going to be analyzing based on what was the incremental. So you have to consider, if I accept the new machine, what is going with the changes? What is going with the variation? Okay, that will happen. Okay. Like for example, if the company implement the policy, okay, this is meant to be year 1. This is meant to be year 1. This is meant to be year 3. Okay, I hope you're able to get that. Okay. Now in year 1, for example, you choose a new machine. Okay, every year the profit will be 350,000. If the company continues the old machine, the profit the company shall be earning is 280. As you can see, there's some potential benefit the company shall be receiving from the use of the new machine. Okay, because the incremental profit, therefore, 350 minus 280. 350 minus 280. So that's given here for the first working to get the incremental profit before depreciation and tax. Okay. Okay, straightforward. Okay. Therefore, to be therefore first working. Okay, incremental profit before depreciation tax. Okay, year 1, year 2, year 3, 4. Just space them out. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. In year 1, because that's currently in the new machine, it'll be the profit the company shall be earning for the new machine is 350,000. Okay, so the 350,000 minus what the company shall be receiving from the old machine, which in this case is equal to 280,000. So minus 280,000 to give us an incremental profit before interest tax of 70,000. So you do that for the first year all the way to the last year. Okay, you get the incremental for each of the year. That is for year 1. Then for year 2, that is for year 2, the incremental will be equal to 400 minus 300. 400 minus 300K give us 100,000. Okay, to the incremental contribution. Year 3 will be 420 minus 320 to give us 100,000. Year 4 for 10 minus 3 is 40 to give us 70,000. Okay. Year 5 for 10 minus 340, 70,000. So I need to show you workings here. Okay, I'm just trying to take a shortcut, but for exam, don't take the shortcut. Year 6 is 380 minus 420, 60,000. Year 7, 380 minus 310, 70,000. Year 8, we have 350 minus 280 to give us 70,000 also. Year 9, we have 300 minus 260 to give us 40,000. And year 10, 280 minus 40 to give us 40,000. That's for your first work. Okay, to get first working to get the incremental profit before depreciation and tax. Okay. Now that the next thing you may want to assess is on the initial investment cost. Okay, the initial investment cost. Okay, so we can say working to initial cost. The initial cost. And the initial cost of investment, will be equal to the purchase price of the new machine. Okay, so here we assume that the company has bought the new machine. Okay, therefore, purchase price for the new machine. And to this company, it pays how much? It pays 8 million for the new machine. So they do pay 8 million, but they also do incur a cost of installation. So installation cost equal to 400,000, equal to 400,000. Okay, that's another cost the company is incurring. Then at the same time, since the company has bought the new machine, what do they do with the old machine? You sell it. Okay, you have disposed of the new machine, the old machine. You have bought the new machine, therefore sell off the old machine. Therefore, okay, therefore sales proceeds. Okay, sales proceeds for the old machine, because you have disposed of the old machine. You bought the new machine, you've disposed of the old machine, and that means therefore how much you receive. If we dispose of the machine, however, the value has been now that the financial analyst. This is let me just share my, so that we are all on the same page. Okay. Meet up of this. Okay, the value, the financial analyst of the company has estimated that the existing machine could be sold off at 2.5 million at the current, at the prevailing market. So in case the company dispose of this machine, then they shall be receiving 2.5 million shillings. Okay, therefore, if the company dispose of the new machine, they'll be getting 2.5 million, a cash inflow. Look, this is an outflow, there's a cash inflow. So okay, let me just put them as they are. Okay, and 2.5 million is a cash inflow. Okay, therefore it's positive. Then at the same time, this company, you will told that they will be investing towards working capital. Okay, just share my PDF here. The company is told that the new machine is going to increase sales, where data should increase by 320, inventory by 140, and creditors by 300. So here we have working capital. So working capital. So actually, let me just put this as a working here. Let me just call it working 3 on working capital requirement. On working capital. Okay, so we have here debtors of the company. You'll be told that the debtors of the company would increase by 320,000. That means there's a cash consumption. So you can put it on negative, because don't get here. If you invest more towards your customers, it means it's cash outflow. Okay. Then you have here inventory. At the inventory, the company shall increase it by around 40,000. That means if there's a cash outflow, because you're paying more, you're buying more inventory. Then creditors, they invest in your company, they're giving you more money. Okay. By how much? By 300. So this is a cash inflow, so positive. Okay. Net impact, therefore, is how much? The net working capital of this company is equal to 160,000. Is equal to 160,000. Positive, negative? Positive. I would guess it's positive. 160,000. Positive, I guess. Okay, you get to a positive 160,000. Okay. Negative. Oh, it's negative. Okay. So negative 160,000. So get negative 160,000 to become therefore the working capital. Okay. So don't forget that this investment is being done in year 0. It's being done today. Okay. So therefore, company over and above paying for the new machine, they will also need to invest towards working capital. Okay. So working capital negative 160,000. Okay. And then that's what happens in year 0. So net is how much? What is the initial cost for this business? And we get $6,060,000 shillings. So get negative 60. Okay, that's the initial investment the company must make. Okay, then we can now work in 3. Since this is a present question, it means therefore the company shall give up the new machine, the old machine for the new machine. That implies therefore they will have to consider. Okay, what is the incremental tax shield? Okay, the company shall be receiving if they were to replace the old machine with the new machine. So next working is the incremental depreciation, tax depreciation. Okay, so we begin with the old machine. So then we begin here with old machine. So in the old machine, okay, so this machine, you'll be told that, let me share my PDF. In this machine, you'll be told that the company or this machine was bought 2 years ago. It was bought 2 years ago at a cost of 4 million. Okay, so it was bought 2 years ago at a cost of 4 million. So far the company has already claimed depreciation for those 2 years. The life then, this life then, okay, this life then was 5 years with zero salvage value. Okay, so by then the tax position therefore was meant to be based on 5 years, okay, on a straight line method. Okay, so that here you're going to do it on a straight line method of depreciation. Okay, fair enough. It was about 4 million. So go back to our working. The depreciation, okay, is meant to be equal to cost minus disposal value or the scrap value. We divide by the number of years. We divide by n, the number of years. Okay. Now for the machine, okay, first 2 years. Let me call this first 2 years. Okay, for the first 2 years. Let's say depreciation per year was equal to the cost was 4 million. Disposal value was equal to 0. The number of years then, okay, was 5 years. Okay, therefore was depreciation per annum. This machine, okay, this given therefore 800,000. Therefore, for 2 years, okay, I can say for 2 years is 800,000 times 2. Okay, therefore the unclaimed allowance, the unclaimed things called the unclaimed capital allowance, okay, capital allowance or the remaining allowance for this machine is equal to the cost, which was 4 million minus 800,000, but it has been used for 2 years. They have multiplied by 2 years, okay, and this gives therefore 2.4 million shares, okay. It implies therefore so far the company going forward, okay, the total amount the company can claim from this machine is 2.4 million shares, okay. So that's clear, okay. Then we start. After this company seems to have done a revaluation, okay, you'll be told that the old machine, okay, however, a valuer, okay, has estimated that the machine shall have an economic life of 10 more years. So going forward, it can be used for 10 more years. And at the end of this life, it will have a salvage value of 500,000. So the company shall get back 500,000 at the end of the life of this investment. Okay. Therefore, you can say therefore the revised. You can say therefore because here a revised capital allowance or tax deposition. Okay, the revised capital allowance per year for the machine will be equal to what is remaining to be claimed, 2.4 million, minus the disposal value at the end of the new life, okay, the new input, okay, 500,000. We divide by the number of years going forward, which in this case is 10 years, to give us 190,000. Okay, to give us 190,000. To give us 190,000. Thank you, Charles. Okay, give us 190,000 to become therefore the allowance that company can claim on this machine going forward for every year. Okay. However, you know that the company wants to replace the old machine, the new machine. Okay. Now let's evaluate the new machine. Okay. So new machine. Under the new machine, okay, you be told that the cost of this new machine, okay, you can say allowance per year, depreciation per year. Okay, you can say depreciation per year. This tax depreciation, no, this is not account depreciation, but tax depreciation, okay, per annum for the machine be equal to the cost is 8 million. Don't forget it has the installation cost, which is part and parcel of the cost of the machine, plus the 400,000. At the end of the life of this new machine, what will be the disposal value? Okay, there's no mention at all, is there? Zero. There's no mention at all. So the assumption, the new machine have a cost of 8 million, cost of installation, the cost of the additional cost of, I think here, if you remember, I did mention it was meant, I did adjust here to 400,000. Okay, so the cost was 40,000. The new machine has life of 10 years and nothing mentioned about its disposal value. So of course we assume that to be 0. Okay, so the assumption is that it will be 0. Okay, therefore minus 0, we divide by number of years, in this case 10 years, and we get 840,000 per 840. Yes, I think we get 840,000 per year. You can claim an allowance of 840,000 per year. Okay, look at the company, it will be claiming 840, but they lost 190. Therefore, I say the incremental. Therefore, incremental calculants for tax depreciation, the incremental tax depreciation will be equal to 840, what they shall be receiving, minus what they lost, okay? And they lost 190,000. Therefore, the incremental depreciation, 650, yes, I don't know. 650, yes. You get 650,000. Thus is therefore be the incremental tax depreciation, 650. Yes, 650, okay. As mentioned, of essence is not the tax depreciation, but the tax saving because of this allowance, because of this tax depreciation, the company is granted by the tax authority. Therefore, the implied tax savings or tax shields per year, tax saving, okay, per year, therefore be equal to 650,000. We multiply by the tax rate, which in this case is equal to 30%. Give us how much per year? To give us 995,000, to give us 195,000. Okay, to give us 195,000. Okay. And that is it. Anything else? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, we're done with workings, so we can present our solution. Okay. So therefore, what's the NPV? So you can have year 1, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we have here incremental profit before depreciation tax. Okay, we have done this working somewhere. Okay, so year 1 we have 70,000. Year 2 we have 100,000. Let me have them in thousands. Okay, so just to avoid having too many zeros. Okay, year 3 it will be equal to 100,000. Year 4 it will be equal to 20,000. Year 5 it will be equal to 70,000. Year 6 it will be equal to 60,000. Year 7 we got 20,000. Year 8 we got 350 minus 280, we got 20,000. Year 9 we got 40,000. And year 10 we got 40,000. Okay, then you pay tax. Okay, we pay tax at 30%. You get 21,000 cash outflow. You get 30,000 cash outflow. 30,000, 21,000, 21,000, 18,000. Get 21,000, 21,000, 12,000, and get 12,000. However, we have tax savings, okay, from working you've just done there, tax savings per year, we got 195,000, so cash inflow, 195,000 every year, 195,000, 195,000 every year for the next 10 years. And then of course at the end of the life of this machine, then we disposed of. However, actually there's nothing, you get 0. However, if we had continued to use the old machine, if we had continued using the old machine, okay, let me just go back, let me share the question again. If we had continued using the old machine, just a minute, let me grab off this. Okay, so if the company was to continue using the old machine, at the end of the 10 years, it would have been able to get 500,000. Okay, the company could have obtained, okay, 500,000. But since the company bought the new machine, then they lost that chance to get 500,000. So we have to consider this is an opportunity benefit loss. Okay, therefore this is going for a cash outflow in the final year. Okay, therefore in the final year, you have to consider the scrap value of the old machine. For the new machine, it's 0, but just for our consumption, okay, 0 here. But for the old machine, we have a cash outflow because we lost the chance to get 500,000. So it's a cash outflow. Okay, it's not the actual cash money that moves out. Okay, however, it was a potential benefit, but now we will be receiving. Okay, don't forget working capital also. Don't forget at the end of the life of the machine, you have to recover the working capital, which is spent in year 0. Just to remind you, I think we spent it here. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, we spent 160, so now it's time to recover it in the final year. Okay, therefore now in the final year we recover 160,000. Therefore in the final year cash inflow, okay, is it? It is. We get 160,000. This cash inflow equal to 160,000, and that is it. Okay. There's nothing happened between year 1 and year 9, so no cash movements then. Okay, so fair enough. Then I think you have net cash flows. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9, and we have year 10. Year 1 is how much? 70 minus 21 plus 95. One, we get 244,000, 244,000. Okay, do for the entire year, for the entire 9 years. You get 265. If my workings are okay, 265. Yes, 265. Year 4, it remains at 244. 244. Okay, year 6. Year 6, we get to that 7. Here 7, 244, 244. Year 9, we get how much? Year 9, we get 223. And year 10, final year, we get negative 17, 117. Negative, okay, negative 117. Okay, that's the cash from year 1 all the way to year 10. Then what do you do? Discount back to year 0. Okay, so it's count back to year 0 at the company cost of capital, which in this case is 10%. Okay, so because just use the table 0.9091, 0.8264, 0.7513, 0.68, all the way until year 9, because we get the present value, the factor times the cash flow. Okay, then we get the sum, NPV. Okay, so do that is equal to sum of present value of cash flows, the sum of present value of those cash flows you have obtained from your workings there, minus initial cost. So I'm waiting for the sum of cash flows. Okay, so this is going to be minus initial cost. We got 6060. Okay, therefore what's NPV? All the sum first of all, and what's the NPV? And of course after that we advise the company. Okay, from Stacy, sum of cash flows, present value of cash flows is 1380.096. NPV negative 46. 4629,904 negative. Confirm. NPV. Okay, negative from Charles 46.5. Yeah, more or less the same. Okay, yes, enough, I think. Because if the company do implement this proposal, of course, you can see that the company is going to end up having all the value, okay, of the decision is actually a negative, okay. That means, therefore, if the company was to implement this proposal, if the company was to implement this decision, okay, then they shall be eating, okay, on the wealth of shareholder to an extent of 46,979. So this is a bad decision, okay? The company, therefore, should not replace this machine, the new machine, with the old machine, the new machine. Why? Because the net NPV, okay, of the replacement position is a negative, okay? Therefore, the company should not or ought not to replace this machine, okay? Just like that, okay? The company should not, okay, replace the machine since the NPV of the transition, since the NPV of the replacement position is a negative. The NPV of the transition is a negative. Okay, you need to answer why, okay? Since you need to answer the question why, okay? Not just replace or not replace, okay? But don't replace why, okay? Because the NPV of the decision is a negative. The company therefore should not replace the old machine with a new machine. And that's what you're meant to do in that particular question, okay? In that particular question, okay? The appraisal, okay? I think it's quite straightforward, I guess so. Question on that, on the appraisal. Now, someone would ask about the MIRR, okay? Let's do 1B, okay? The MOOC question 1B, because I think that was the question someone had mentioned about how do you get the MIRR, okay? So go through part D of question 1. Not sure whether someone is trying to ask a question or not, but I can't hear well on my end.
Excuse.
Oh, okay. So whoever is asking the question, could you type it, because your voice is breaking. I can't even hear anything.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I totally lost you. I didn't hear what you're asking. Maybe try to type the question on the chat. I hope I will be able to get it. Okay, now this part, question 1D, okay, was asking us to get the MIRR, okay, the modified internal term, okay. As I mentioned, the MIRR is simply determining, therefore, at what rate, in quotes, must the initial investment grow by, okay, to match the future value, of the cash flows. Okay, what I mean by that is that, let me just share my screen here. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, yes, it is. That you want to determine, okay, at what rate must the initial investment grow by? So MIRR, put here, the initial investment, initial cost, okay, 1 plus MIRR, number of years, is equal to future value, okay, of the company's cash flows. So at what rate must the initial investment grow by? Okay, at what rate must the initial investment grow by to be equal to the initial investment cost? Okay, to be equal to the initial investment cost. Okay, therefore, I say MIRR therefore is equal to the future value of cash flows. Okay, divided by the initial cost. Okay, then we get the n through this is we get 1 over n cost minus 1. Okay. So the future value, so the next first step therefore we need to get is to get how to get the future value of the cash flows. So you have year 1, yeah, there are 3 years, I guess about 3 years, year 3 and year 4. So we get the future value for each of the cash flow. Okay, year 1 was 140,000, and here we're going to grow it at the company cost of capital. So we're going to get the future value based on the cost of capital. Okay. Okay, so we grow it. I hope we are all on. So you're going to grow this the company cost of capital of 14%. Okay, so we grow 140. Don't forget the future value is at year 4. The project comes right in year 4. So we are going to grow year 1 by 3 years. Okay, because we get to year 4 is 3 years. Year 2 we grow by 2 years. Okay, year 3 we grow by 1 year. Year 4 we don't grow it because it's already at the end of the project life. Year 4. Okay. Therefore, 140, we grow it by 3 years, okay, for 3 years, okay, we grow it for 2 years, we grow it for 1 year, and we grow it by 0 year, okay. So simple, therefore, 140,000, we grow it by 3 years, okay. So the required return is how much? 14%, 14%. So 14%, and we grow it for 3 years, okay. Then 120,000, year 2, we grow it for 2 years, 1.14 for 2 years. I can't remember the other years. I think it was 80,000 for year 3. Let me check it out. 80,000 and 60,000. So 80,000 and 60,000. So 8 years. Okay, and we compounded it for 1 year. Okay, and here we don't. It's already a future value. Okay, so in case you just want to see it, the power of 0. So this gives therefore 60,000, and here we get one what or 2 what, I don't know. So we are simply compounding. We're simply getting the future value. Okay. Here 1, once we compound, we get how much? Okay, so year 1 we get 27. Okay, year 1 we get 27. So 27 for 16. Year 2, the future value year 2 is 155 and 952. Year 3 get 91 200. Okay, thank you. The sum of future value of those cash flows therefore is how much? 5 514,000, 568. Okay, they can give us therefore the future value. Okay, now we can apply the formula MIRR, then modify the rate at to which the initial cost must grow by, okay, to be equal to the future value of the cash flows of the project. The future value we have obtained 514,000. Okay, 568. We divide by the initial cost. Initial cost is equal to, what's the initial cost? I can't remember. Just let me check it out. The initial cost for this investment is 300,000. Okay, 300,000. So 300,000 divided by 300,000. Number of years is 4 years. The power of a quarter minus 1, and we express it as percent. And we get how much to be the MIRR. And get MIRR to be 14.44. Now, based on the MIRR, okay, the examiner is not asking you to make the adverts, okay, but based on MIRR, should the company invest in the project? Yes, okay, because as you can see, the required return was 14% and the MIRR is 14.44%. Should the company accept it? Yes, okay, because the MIRR 14.44% is greater than company cost of capital or the required return of 14%. Okay, and that's how you get the MIRR, the modified internal return. Don't forget for the IRR, don't forget its present value, not the other way around. This is about the future value, okay? But now this is about the present value. This is about the future value and the MIRR, okay, the modified IRR. And for IRR, we use the present value, okay? Someone had a question, okay, on the appraisal. This was from Stacy. For working capital, okay, in the final year, in this year, that is, let me just go back to that work we had just done. Why do we add it here? Okay, why do we add the cost of capital here? Okay, why did we add this 160? And it's not mentioned in the exam. Don't forget, we add the 160,000 was if, as I always mentioned, if the question is silent, okay, about the recovery working capital, we assume that the life of the project comes to an end in year 10, and the company will not be current replacement. Okay, so we assume that the appraisal process end at year 10. So in case it is silent, if the question is silent, okay, like in an example here, then of course we assume that we are going to be recovering all the working capital investment the company may have made until such a point. Okay, therefore the entire 160,000 is recovered in the final year. Okay, if the question is silent, okay, suppose if it's silent, then assume that. Okay, if otherwise, then of course you follow what the examiner is telling you. Okay. But if it's silent, then of course you always assume that it will be covered. Okay, the 160,000 will be covered in the final year. Okay, I hope that is clear. Okay, any other question? Okay, and then in case there's no question, then I guess we can call it a day. We meet on Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay, let's see you on Wednesday. Enjoy your evening.